Hey everyone, it's Kelsey. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am trying to get back into a good, healthy routine. I found this thing on Pinterest that was like glow up guide thing, and usually I see these and I'm just like you know, but this one actually looked like relatively easy, realistic glow up list, and it looked relatively easy. A lot of it was stuff I already did, so I felt like it would be kind of easy to incorporate some of these into my daily routine, especially since I've been feeling so terrible lately because I tried to mess with my anxiety medicine with my doctor. I didn't just do that willy-nilly. You should never just do it by yourself. Just a little tip. So we tried to raise my dosage, and it was way too high for me, and it made me very depressed and very like foggy, and like I felt like my thoughts weren't my own, and I was really tired and just like unmotivated and uninterested in everything. It was really terrible. So I went back down to my original dosage because I decided that I would rather feel like some anxiety than feel like I'm not in control of my faculties, if that makes sense. So this is like day 2 or 3 of me like readjusting it back to normal. So I'm trying to get back into routines and establish a routine again because I tried it out for like a little over 2 weeks, the higher dosage, so I got way out of my routine. But I also want to use it as an opportunity to like establish a better routine almost. But so I saw this thing on Pinterest / like that Lemonade app, I don't know. So I saw this thing, and it was like detoxifying water, so I'm trying it. It was also on this glow up list, and one of them was like strawberries and lemon juice. I thought I had lemon juice, but I guess we don't. So I just put strawberries in it. Oh my god, please no. There's gonna be no fucking wood goddamn chip left. Thank god, hopefully it's for good. I don't want to ever see them again. I hope this is good. Can it detoxify the demons inside my soul? The fact that you didn't even react to that is crazy. Drop up a berry shortcake. And I just want to see how it is. So far it's like pretty good and pretty enjoyable. And it gave me an excuse to use up these strawberries that were like, you know when they get like not good enough to eat because they're like have a lot of like bruises and they're like kind of on the edge of bad, but you can still kind of like cut them up and do something with them. So this gave me like a good excuse to do something with them, and it looks kind of fun. I use this, so far it's good, but it says to drink 1 of these a day. But the most important thing is to just drink a lot of water. And it says, you know, you can add fruit or cucumbers to it, like to make it taste different. I used to be big into cucumber water, and I might start doing that again. But I've never tried like strawberry water before, so I was like, why not? Spice it up, try it. I'm enjoying it so far. It's good. Yeah, I just happened to be scrolling and I saw this and I was like, I know I have strawberries, so might as well try it. I am drinking like normal regular water too though, that I have up here. I have a lot of drinks up here. Yeah, it also goes with I'm doing this thing where for like 30 days I'm trying to change one thing about my normal day-to-day routine. Like I'm trying to do one thing different just to kind of like spice it up, because I feel like part of like, I don't know, I feel like in adulthood after you leave school everything kind of becomes like really monotonous and like boring. Especially 2024 for me has been such a boring year so far. I mean, I don't want to jinx it in a bad way, so I'll knock on wood, but like I just feel like I haven't really done anything this year, whereas like 2023 was kind of a whirlwind. So I was like, there's really nothing I can do about the things that are out of my control, but I can change my own routine and like spice it up a little bit. So the first day I woke up and watched the sunrise, which I never do because I hate mornings. Then the second day I sat on my daybed / bench over there / window seat, which I have not sat in that thing in months, and it's a good thing I went over there because I found a cobweb that I needed to dust, and I dust my room a lot. Like I dust my room more than probably the average person, to the point where I'll go to dust my room and I'll be sad because there's actually like no dust to dust, and I'm like, okay, well why did I go get the duster? So I was very surprised that was there. It was like behind a shelf in between the wall, so I'm like, I don't spend a lot of time sitting over there, so I just didn't see it. So it was good I did that. And then I guess today my something different can be this water, because this is the first time I'm trying that. But yeah, so I'm trying to do that, and so far it's been fun to just like try new things and spice up my routine. So it kind of goes hand in hand. Yeah, I'm trying to establish that better routine. I've started taking melatonin at night and it's helped me sleep so much better because I've been sleeping terribly for like, I would say pretty much this whole year. This year's kind of been a struggle for me, like mentally and emotionally. So I'm really trying to work on like establishing a good routine and a good foundation that like no one can take away from me, because I think it's really important, especially like in your 20s and as you get older, to like have things that are just only in your control, because there's so much of life isn't in your control and is changing. I feel like there's so much structure when you're a kid and when you're like a teenager and even when you're in college, and that structure just like disappears when you are in your 20s. And I've really struggled with that because I kind of thrive in a more structured environment because I don't really have a lot of personal discipline. Like I kind of need someone to hold me accountable. I did a lot of research and I learned that one of the ways to combat that is to kind of like do little small things, like promise yourself like, oh, tonight I'm gonna like watch this movie, oh, tonight I'm gonna drink tea, and then to do it, and then you slowly build up more trust with yourself. I guess it's like a childhood like trauma thing too. Like if you like trauma in your childhood, you don't like, that can affect your like discipline and like your trust of yourself. So it's like, I guess that's like a way to build up trust with yourself. I wish I had saved the article I read so I could like show it to you, but I read it a while ago. That's kind of another thing I'm trying to do, and I think that building a routine will be better with that and help me be better with that. And now is the time for me to do this and make these changes. Like that's the whole point of me like taking time off, is to like establish healthy habits and routines and like goals and really just like do my thing, because I just, again, I spent so much of 2023 running around doing a bunch of different things, and it's like, it's not that I have nothing to show for it because I have a lot of experiences and I learned a lot, but it didn't get me any further just in life than I am now. I'm kind of still in the same place. So sometimes when that happens, you gotta change tactics. You gotta do a strategic retreat and think. But so that's kind of what I'm doing, and so I'm trying to establish a routine again. So I did that, and now I'm also been really good about taking my vitamins every day. I am horrible about taking my vitamins, my like multivitamins. Horrible about it. Like my dad constantly has to remind me. So I'm trying to be better about that too, because again, I think there are these little things that I can do within my routine to build up trust with myself, but also like to have that structure and that routine in a way that's like not overwhelming and isn't like too much. So I just think that it's important that I start doing that. So far so good today. I told myself I was gonna wash the towels from the upstairs bathroom today, and I did that. They're in the wash right now. Now I'm going to force myself to do some yoga because I want to get back to stretching and doing yoga every single day, because I think that's like such an easy thing, at least for me, to do every day. Like I like yoga, I like stretching, so I'm gonna force myself to do that. And then I think I'm gonna force myself to like actually get a workout in. So I feel like I haven't worked out in like an astronomical amount of time, and it really does help my anxiety level personally, and it produces endorphins, which makes you happier. And I feel like since I've been struggling with mental health this year, I feel like I should take advantage of the things that I know help me, and that is one of those things. It's also on this list. It says 2 to 3 times a week, so I'm gonna shoot for 2 to 3 times a week for working out, but I'm gonna secretly try to do more. We'll see. That's another reason I really like this list, is because it's not overwhelming. Like drink tea without sugar. I never put sugar in my tea. I just drink my tea like straight up, so that'll be easy to do tonight because I always do that. Such easy things on this list to do that I'm like, I can do these. I feel like I've almost done everything on this list actually, because, and that's another reason I gravitated towards this list, is because a lot of the things on there were things I do anyways. So I'm like, okay, this is a great place to start because I can just make sure I'm doing the things that I do anyways every day instead of like every other day. And I can just add the few things that are easy to add and make little changes. Because for me, that's the trick, is to like start small and make little changes. If I make too big changes, I'll just get overwhelmed and I won't do it. And then not only will I not do the changes I was trying to make, but it'll like demotivate me to doing the things that I was doing anyways. I don't know. I'm a really stubborn person, even with myself. But so that's what I'm doing. And I thought I would vlog it because I just feel like, well, one, vlogging holds me accountable. It's like my own like gym buddy, I guess. It just holds me accountable. You guys hold me accountable, and I like to chronicle things, and it motivates me to actually do it because I'm like, well, now I need it for content, so that I have 2 reasons to do it. And I feel like it could motivate you guys, it could help you guys. And I feel like I see a lot of people do healthy routines and I love watching those videos, but I don't see a lot of people who I feel are like me and like really struggle with routines. Like I feel like everyone makes it look so easy, and it's not. At least for me, it's not easy, especially when you have like mental health like struggles. Sometimes it can be really hard to like motivate yourself to do it. I mean, even if you don't, I think it can be hard to motivate yourself. So I'm like, you know, maybe it'll help you guys. I think the anxiety aspect is really helpful because I love listening to people talk about it. It makes me feel less alone, especially with, you know, the medication. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about their journey with anxiety medicine, and I think that's also helpful too, because I don't, it just makes me feel less alone when I hear people talking about it. And I think it can be such an isolating experience, especially when it's like you're messing with your dosage and then you're experiencing side effects. I would say definitely if you are on medicine or you messed with your medicine and you're noticing like even things you don't think are side effects, like if you're like sad or like you're getting headaches and you're just like chalking it up to whatever, I would really research and look into the symptoms and the side effects of not even just the medicine itself, but of raising the dose, because sometimes those are different. And also I would look on Reddit. I would look up like, can this medicine make me depressed, or can this raising this medicine make me tired, Reddit, and see what other people are saying, because they don't always tell you again what the risks, what the symptoms and the risks are of raising the medicine. For me, they told me what the side effects were when I went on the medicine, and they didn't really tell me again what they were, raising the dosage, and they didn't really tell me that there were, I don't even know if they were technically different, but they didn't reiterate it or say like, oh, you know, a lot of people experience this. And this isn't me, like, I should have asked, and I didn't ask. So make sure you're doing your research. I think a lot of medicine is your personal, you know, thing, and you should do your research. I always look up all my medications and all the side effects. I do that with like shots and stuff too. And I'm not saying like, you know, get on WebMD and freak yourself out, but I think if you are someone who can do it in a healthy way, then it's good to be informed. A lot of my medicine and medical choices have been choices that I have made and talked to my doctor about that have been for the better, that originally before I presented the research, people were like, no, I don't think that's what it is. And I had to do my research and kind of like advocate for myself and prove my point. So make sure you're advocating for yourself. Make sure you're looking things up. Even if you don't think something is a symptom, it could be a symptom, because I was getting really depressed and I was like writing in my journal, and I was sitting there and I was like, this isn't me, like this isn't actually how I feel. And I had like a moment of clarity where I was like this, something's wrong. And I looked it up. I looked up my medicine, I looked up if it could make you depressed, I looked at people on Reddit, and I found so many people saying the same exact thing and the same exact stories, and that like they had been fine on the medicine, the exact medicine I was on, and as soon as they raised the dosage a little bit, like the same thing happened to them. And it's just comforting to know what it is. So I would definitely make sure that you're doing your research. And I love Reddit because I think it's really helpful to see other people talking about their experiences, because, you know, medical research is all well and good, but I think I like hearing firsthand experiences, because sometimes, you know, things haven't been researched or they haven't been associated with research for whatever reason. There could be like a multitude of reasons why. So definitely make sure you're like looking on Reddit and looking at other people's stories. Definitely talk to the people in your life. As soon as I realized what was going on, I talked to my dad about it, so he was aware of what was going on, and I'm really glad I did, because it was kind of, well, not kind of, it was a really scary experience for me. I've never had my medicine affect me that negatively before. So I just wanted to talk about it to make sure that you guys know that, you know, you're not alone if you're going through this, and just really make sure you do your research, because that's like the only thing that helped me. And like literally everybody else in my life was like, yeah, I kept thinking maybe it was your medicine, but like I just didn't think to mention it, and then like I didn't realize it was that bad. And I thought the same thing. I was like, you know, for a sec I was like, I just didn't even correlate it with my medicine or associate it for whatever reason. So that's a really long-winded way of saying make sure you're doing your research, make sure you are talking to people in your life, ask for help if you need it. And I would say definitely make sure you're keeping a journal, even if you don't journal normally. If you are trying a new medication or raising the dosage or messing with the dosage, at the very least log your symptoms. Like even if you hate journaling, at the very least just write down your symptoms and see if there's a pattern. because that's another thing that helped me establish what was going on. So I really wanted to speak on that. I feel like I don't hear anyone speaking on this a lot, which I get it, because I feel like there's a huge stigma around medicine and mental health, and I think it is sometimes an uncomfortable subject to talk about, and a lot of people don't want to maybe admit that they're, you know, on medicine or whatever is going on. I wanted to talk about it, so hopefully I can help you guys out with it. My messages and comments are always open if you guys need advice or have any questions or anything like that. I'm always here to help. So that's what I wanted to say about that, and I am gonna get on with my day now. So I don't know how to continue after that, but I felt like it was really important to say. So I got a strawberry chunk in my mouth. I don't know how I feel about this. It's very hydrating, but I'm like skeptical if it's doing anything. I don't know. We'll find out. Y'all, let me tell you, I had that detoxifying water with strawberries and I was very skeptical, and I don't know if this is just circumstance, but literally I feel like so many repressed emotions left my body. Like I literally cried for like a good hour and a half, but I feel like better, like strangely better. I don't know, and I feel like maybe a combination of like working out and like making the effort to like detoxify everything just like actually helped release these repressed emotions. I don't know, that's just what I feel like, and I'm kind of like, I feel like it was like a little potion. I don't know, just kind of seems interesting to me. Sometimes you need a good cry, I guess. But I showered, I had my chamomile tea and honey. I'm trying to really just establish, especially a nighttime routine, so that my brain knows when it's time to go to bed, because if you've been watching my channel, you know that I struggle with like insomnia really badly. So I've really been trying to establish that routine, and I think I've pretty much done everything on the list. Well, that might be a little dramatic, because like there's some things that's like I can't do, you know, because it's like within reason. Like there's some stuff I don't have, but the majority of it I think I did. This is a jade roller and it's supposed to be good for your skin. It makes me feel better to do it. I usually do it with water, but I am lazy and I didn't feel like bringing my camera into the bathroom. I kind of just wanted to like sit and do it. That's literally the only reason I'm doing it here right now. Usually I would be doing it in the bathroom. So, and then this that I'm using is just a Aveeno like face moisturizer. Aveeno's like the only moisturizer that I find that doesn't bother my skin. I literally use it on my face and I use it on my body, because anything else just like irritates me, especially after a shower, which is like when I need it the most, because that's when my skin is the driest. I definitely take too hot of showers, and I should probably make them colder, but it's so cold, I feel like, in my house right now, that it's like I just can't, I just don't want to. But yeah, I had a good cry. Overall, sounds funny to say this, but positive experience. I actually kind of think that detoxifying water really has something to it, and I did feel more like energized after drinking it too, which is interesting. I also had a really good workout. I think I worked out for like at least an hour, maybe two. I didn't actually like keep track like I usually do, but I haven't worked out for that long for so long, and I really desperately needed to get back into it and get back after it, because I always feel so much better, but also like it's just good habits. And yes, I'm using my viewfinder as my mirror. This is Burt's Bees under eye cream. I don't have as extensive as a skin routine as most people. Again, I think I've said this before, but just because my skin is so sensitive, I don't really like to mess with it if I don't have to. Like I don't want to do too much, because then I'll just break out. And then I do have my like tretinoin cream, or however you say it, that is prescribed to me. I don't think you can get this unless it's prescribed to you, honestly, but this is for like problem acne areas, up close and personal. But yeah, so that is my routine. I've actually been really good lately about doing my at least some form of a skincare routine every night, because again, I'm trying to get my mind into that habit, because I just feel better after I do it, and I think it really does signal to my brain that like it's time to go to bed and settle down, which is something that I desperately need. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some good advice, or you know, some good healthy habits you want to try. We're all in this together. So yeah, comment down below what else you want to see from me. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe for more content. It helps out my channel a lot and it makes me very happy, and I'll see you guys on Friday with another video. Later gators. Bye.